souls just speak their truth. May we detach from outcomes, from people, places, and things, and just be here to serve. Thank you so much for bringing us together, for Marissa, for her podcast. And I ask that you just allow this to flow so smoothly, get it so fun and so exciting. And we speak this into existence. Amen.
Amen.
Yay.
All right. Let's do this. Okay.
Yay.
I just want to hug you again. All right. Well, okay. So welcome to Healing with MM Podcast. I have here Miss Mary Hope, who is this beautiful coach of mine that is so blessed to have come on my first video podcast ever. So Mary Hope is a transformational coach, creator, and devoted breathwork facilitator who gives women the body and belief system to carry their mission. So I welcome my soul sister, a leader in helping women reclaim their rhythms, release anxiety, and raise to their highest purpose, including myself. So with my honor, Miss Mary Hope, thank you for joining me today.
So grateful to be here. Wow, I'm
Yay.
so honored.
Yeah, thank you. What I want to ask is, we're going to get down deep into your purpose on why you're here. You mean so much to me, and I'm so honored for you to be here, but what really makes you, you and your soul light up so much is your story. Your story on what drove you to have this purpose, drove you to be this spiritual creator, angel that we've been blessed with. So I would love to hear your story on what brought you here.
I'm so grateful to share this too. And as we all have stories, kind of the main reason why I'm here to this day is because, you know, I had a big spiritual awakening years ago, as we all go through, you know, different times in our lives. But I would say my biggest rock bottom was, I'll never forget when I finally looked in the mirror and I said to myself, I can't keep going like this. I said, I'm going to put myself through a spiritual boot camp. I didn't even know what that meant at the time. I just was like, I'm just going to go all in. At the time, I remember I didn't even have furniture in my home. I used a basket on my floor as a desk. All of my first therapy sessions and coaching and different modalities that I had were in cars, on couches. You know, it's not even about the stuff. For me, I knew there was so many years that, you know, I was in suffering with many panic attacks and different things that was happening in my life. And I realized I had spent so long in saunas where I would be looking up at the light every single night saying, I know I'm meant for more. I would constantly run this pattern of, how can I help people if I can't even help myself? And so I just knew that something needed to change. And so it actually brings me back to, with the panic attacks, I started to realize 911 was becoming more frequent. The operation and the way that I was viewing the world around me, thinking that the world was happening to me, but I always knew that there was other ways to heal. And so once I started to go all in on myself, that's when I really started to rewire the belief system. And at the time, sister, I didn't even know that I was going to go back in all in on coaching, because I actually had taken a break. I used to train in person, so I was doing in-person coaching. I had my online coaching as well. And then once I had many, many different careers in my life, I had this break where I was like, okay, let me actually see what it is that I want to actually do. And it wasn't until I realized, like, holy cow, we must operate from our heart, and it's not about us, right? It's the service to others. And so that's what started to really drive me, really drive me, and get me just showing up when no one was watching. I remember the first time I even hit record, I was like, I don't even know who's gonna see this, but I'm gonna speak this into existence. And I don't know, it just really took off from there.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. That's one of the most, I relate to you in so many ways. Our journeys are different, but our journeys have the same vision on how we became we are becoming and who we are now, right? And the fact that you've always been so open and upfront and just saying your truth in your journey has literally attracted me and so many others to help you help them and me. So I appreciate that.
Oh, I'm so grateful.
And I appreciate your journey and the light inside you that kept going and going and going and got you here.
Yes, it's the light that's inside all of us, the one that really is it's our soul that's really telling us. And I know you've shared some insight as well on your podcast and your story and sharing. It's that spark, it's that burning desire that's actually telling you, hey, this is actually not you. You're meant to do this. And it doesn't even have to mean you start 10 businesses or you do all of this. It's really just your soul's purpose, living in alignment.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Yeah, thank you so much. I love that.
Thank you.
Fire. Okay, I want to share a little story on how I met Miss Mary. So we were at, I was at a pool party, she was at a pool party, and we believe it was like right around this time, right?
Yeah, I think it was right around the 4th of July.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Lifetimes ago.
Yeah, and I was just being me. My little rave name's Lovebug. I was just bouncing around, having a great time, and I went backstage and I seen this other beautiful woman, and I went up to her and I started vibing, and immediately she was like, wait a minute, you have the same energy as my best friend. You need to meet Mary. And I was like, okay. And we turned around and there was Mary, and this just beautiful light energy, and just literally just gave me a hug and was like, awesome, who are you? What do you do? Like literally just embodied both of them, just like my soul. And I haven't had like a friendship like that or meeting another woman like that in a very long time. And to meet two beautiful women like that, but not only that, the fact that her best friend literally said like, your energy is just like my best friend's, you need to meet her. And we went looking for her and she was right there. And that was like I was like, I want to be best friends with these girls. These girls are it. They're the energy, they're the look, they're everything. And we followed each other on socials, and it's been a beautiful journey since meeting you in person.
It's such a beautiful journey. I always like to think back. It's almost like, because I feel like it's been lifetimes, you look back and you're like, holy cow, that's when our souls actually met. And it was just so perfect timing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much so. So I started following Mary on Instagram, and I realized that she was a coach and she had a challenge for her program that she created. And I dived full send into this program because I was like, I love challenges, and at this time in my life, I needed some guidance, like severely. I was going through a very rough time in a relationship. I was going through a rough time at a living situation. I was going through, you name it, I was going through it. And her challenge showed up on my, Instagram at the divine timing. And you talk about that so much in your programs and your courses and your teachings. And I really didn't understand like the embodiment of it until I joined your course into your challenge. And I really went all in on it. And yeah, I ended up being one of the ones that were winners and went full send on your program for 6 months and then a year, and now I'm back in it. And it's just a beautiful soul partnership that like I cannot, like I feel like it's just an infinite.
So infinite. Good. And actually, can I share something about that?
Yeah.
You guys, when she joined the challenge, this was not someone who was like sending pictures of I'm doing this and hey, look at me. This girl went all in with her soul, with her whole spirit when it did not make sense. She literally was cheering on so many other women. She was winning all the prizes and honestly, I remember, I think it was like one of the first prizes she won. She didn't even care about the prize because she was just so in it. And I just felt like, I remember I've just never experienced such a devoted woman, not only to her healing, but just in the depths of this full tilt surrender.
Yeah, thank you. You were my light. You were my light that I needed, and I felt that. And so I definitely went all in, and I even integrate that in my things now of the prizes, because I thought that was like the most awesomest thing. Like, what? We're doing the work, I get coached, and I can win prizes on top of just doing the work. I'm like, this is the best program ever. And so yeah, I was like totally going in, and with all the things, it was like, I think I picked like for the first almost 5 months, I think it was like extra one-on-ones with you. Because I was like, no matter what, her one-on-one was like the highest of the prizes. Because I'm like, that's like not even money's worth. It's just like her channeling, her energy, her guidance for me at that time in my life. And I really just totally loved it. So I just want to appreciate that about your programs that you do, because I love those, and I know the other women do in the program as well. And we got to learn so many things with different things that you offer, like the protein powders and stuff. You totally got me hooked on all that. I'm just like a little mini Mary running around. I'm like, yes. But yeah, that's all from you. So I appreciate that so much.
It's so fun to actually, like, the prizes are always incentives, but when you really start to spark the fire and you see everyone else like, okay, wait, there's a little prize, it kind of gives you like that boost of momentum. And then you do realize once you start to take that step, that's when everything just starts to flow. And she would constantly take those steps. So that's why by the end, when she would win or whatever it may be, she was just like, you know, just so in receptive mode of just accepting whatever, because she was just so all in and so massive.
Yeah. And I want to like really point this out, because when I went all in on the fitness, that is really when everything started like hitting, right? Because you can do the work, you can do the journaling, you can do the prompts, you can do the whatever, but when you show up to the gym multiple times a week, even if it's 3 times a week, but the more you keep showing up to the gym, it was like an energetic switch, like empowerment of channeling coming through, and all from just moving your body, and the results, right? You know, I'm a little person, but just by doing your workouts, personally curated workouts, right? So she goes through everything with you. Every day I'm watching Mary's, you know, workouts, and I'm going to the gym and I'm doing them, and I'm just like so in your energy, and the fact that like the results were so beautiful in all the ways really makes your program and everything stand different, because you do everything, and everything matters. That's what the beautiful part is. And it's like, why not do everything? So amazing job, and thank you so much for continuing to create.
Oh, you're the best. It's so fun, because it's true. Once you really start to realize, because a lot of people will actually make that mistake. We all have been there, where you'll kind of swing one way hard, right? You'll go through the spiritual, and then, or maybe, oh, I need to get my mind right, or then the body. But it's really that deep mind, body, soul connection, where you can actually really realize, like, you have to really allow yourself to blend both, right? We can't just be spiritual and we can't just be human. It's really just about that beautiful blend. That's all anyone really wants in this life, is for you to be blended.
Yes. Yeah. So not only did I go 6 months into her program, right? I immediately was like, what's the next thing? Because I was so on this beautiful momentum, spiritually, emotionally, physically, everything. Immediately jumped right back into it. Absolutely all-star experience throughout. But the most powerful thing is your energy towards all of us, right? So not only are we pumping her up in her programs, you're literally tenfold right back at us in our journey. Everything that I ever posted, she has liked, commented, shared. Every dream or vision or goal she helps organize, align, and literally like blast me off into it. And when I had my opening party for my healing center here, she was here, okay? She had so much going on, so many things going on, and she showed up for me. She took some content of me. She was behind the scenes. She blasted me all over her socials, all over my socials. You were the first one to get Reiki sessions for me here at the center, and she's continued to since. And I want to let you share a little bit about your story on your Reiki experience here. But that is literally like the ultimate women empowerment and divine energy of this new earth and this new energy we want to be in, right? Is lifting each other up. It's not about competition. It's literally about how can we grow together? How can we rise together? How can we embody each other together and expose us to the world together, right?
Yes. Oh, you're speaking the choir here, because what's really cool actually as about the comparison and the competition and all of this it's really just that her joy is my joy kind of energy. When you start to really, really tap into that, that is just igniting community. And it really allows us to actually have every single soul of us even shine even brighter. And it's so cool to watch because, you know, we go through this life alone and we go through all these things and we go through, oh, why don't I have this, or I want that, or they have this, when you can actually come together and praise each other, because we all have unique gifts. And so when we help each other climb, it actually helps our souls emanate even brighter. So it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Why not celebrate one another?
Yes.
I love it so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. Seriously. And this is like how women should be, right? This is the energy that women should be in. Is literally, her joy is my joy.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, and I'd love to share too about my experience with Reiki.
Absolutely, yes, yeah.
So guys, it's cool because after this amount of time that she was inside of my programs, I knew that she had a calling. Like, she was so destined, that first phone call even, that she was on the phone with me. It literally did not make sense actually for her to sign up with me. And it was like, you know, just so many moving parts in her life. And she said yes. She said yes. But that first phone call, guys, she spoke it into existence. I'll never forget. She blew me out of the water because she said she really wanted to help people. She wanted to open up a healing center. She wants to help kids. She wants to open up her Reiki practice. She wanted to bring everything to life, but she did not know where to start. And we had to really build the belief system as well as the body and get her back into alignment to where she is. And then fast forward, I'm now her client, which is amazing. And my first Reiki session with her, guys, I had back pain for probably like 2 weeks straight. And I actually kind of had forgotten about it because I like to tune into my body, not detour into fear, things like that. So I kept speaking life into it. But it would not go away. So actually when I got into the Reiki session, she asked me, hey, is there anything hurting, whatever? I said my lower back. I already knew most of it was energetic, whatever it may be, although I do resistance training, yoga, all that. But we did the whole session and my body was moving. I was so tapped in. And you really want to actually stay really open to receiving. And so she is such a powerful giver, as well as someone to really translate all of this beautiful healing practice. But I was in receptive mode. She was in receptive and giving, and cannot make this up. I've never felt that way. I literally walked away with no back pain. Yeah. The pain was gone. We were even in the back. I was trying to like stretch it. Yeah. I actually spent some moments in the back like, this can't be, you know? So I'm like stretching, I'm like moving around, like the pain is gone. I literally can't make this up. The back pain is gone, and it never came back. And
I don't know if you know this, but you're the first client ever, I've been doing Reiki for years, that I ever had go on their belly. I did work on their back. I haven't asked anybody to turn over. And obviously I did that because you did tell me that, you know, you had lower back pain, but I was a little nervous, and I'm like, okay, well, we're just gonna do this, and I'm gonna channel and, you know, let the energy move through me and heal wherever she needs to be healed. And when we got done, and she was like literally all over the house, like doing all kinds of things. So I was just like, I'm not even kidding. Marissa, seriously, I don't feel anything. And I'm like, woo! I'm like, yes, I'm happy that it's worked, you know, like, I don't know either. So we're just here as beings. That's the beautiful thing about energy work. And the fact that like we're both able to receive, and you know, that's how it works. It's like you just have to stay open.
Our bodies are miracles, and just having someone else there to really help you believe that is everything. Yeah. So good.
May I share the soul prayer?
Yeah.
Okay. So since you know, Mary went to this event and she experienced and learned this thing called a soul prayer. I don't know if you want to explain it a little bit.
Yeah,
what it means. I still don't really know what it is. I just experienced it myself, which I'm so excited to tell about. Yeah.
It's really cool because the soul prayer is actually, it's connecting with the creator work. And so this is more of a newer modality to where it leads into the soul prayer. So what's cool about this is, and I love breath work, I love all of the things Reiki. What's cool about this practice is it's actually just connecting you with the creator, so you don't actually have to do anything because the creator will come in through. It's honestly a once in a lifetime opportunity, although You could do it many, many times, as many as you want, which I do. But when you connect with another soul, you're able to allow this deep meditation. And most of the time it takes 2 hours, but with Marissa and I's session, we did 1 hour and 15 minutes. Because you want the creator to gently come in. So you have to actually be awake for this. And then all you have to do is be in acceptance. So think of yourself as quite literally just being in acceptance and being open to receiving. And there's so much healing that can happen here. I mean, the stories go on for days from experiences that I've had, but Marissa's soul prayer session was so beautiful because so much was channeled through. I mean, I'm just sharing this with you guys. I never was actually able to really channel through similar to what she does as well until I started to introduce this modality as well. So it's really cool to be able to have more opportunities for us to heal, more ways to open the door. And what's cool about the connecting with the creator work is you're actually allowing yourself to, 1, strengthen your relationship with the creator, but 2, you're actually getting deeper and deeper and deeper to your soul's purpose. So every single time that you do this practice, your soul knows more of what it needs. And you don't actually have to pinpoint the healing that goes on. Sometimes there can be a lot that happens, and other times it can be soft. It just depends. But all you're doing is you're transmuting, you're not banishing any feelings, but you're transmuting all the feelings back to its original form, which is unconditional love.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, so beautiful. And the way that she presented it to me was, it was like our last Reiki session that I did on you. She asked like, hey, would you be open to like you receiving on your table? And it was a beautiful session. I laid down and she said, just relax. And it was very just receiving, being in the energy of receiving and my intention and receiving. And I just came off of a week-long retreat in Sedona, so like a mastermind class. So I was really in what my purpose is and tapped into it. A lot of inner healing happened again. To have her literally 2 days later come to my house and be the giver and bless me with this beautiful soul prayer was like divine timing. And it always comes back to divine timing with you and I, like since the beginning, since us meeting at the pool, since the challenge, since my healings, like everything. And of course, I'm just receiving and I don't know what's really going on. All I do know is that, I feel Mary close to me and I'm relaxed and I'm going deep into this meditation state and it's telling me to relax and receive, and I'm doing that, but it's like waves of literal, I was like astral traveling. It felt like through whatever, a beautiful journey that I was going through. And I had a person at one point, it was literally like me on waves, and then on this side it was like teachings and symbols, and on this side it was visions and journeys. And then I would come out of it for a second and was like, and then I was back in it and I would come out of it, but I was totally aware, totally my present moment, but very relaxed and deep. And at the end, right, I came back and she asked me to share a little bit, and then she shared this beautiful paper of channeling that you channeled through this soul prayer. And it was spot on to some things that were absolutely, like nobody knew that but the creator. Nobody knew that but like, my guides and our guides in what, it was, I don't even know how to explain it still. But that's the point, right? We're not supposed to explain it. We're just supposed to receive and experience. And I experienced a most beautiful soul prayer, never even heard of. It was very beautiful, and I'm so honored that I got to experience that. And I cannot wait you have to try this. Like, if you have the opportunity to take it, you absolutely should. Because I was in the energy, like you said, you did say that you would still stay in the energy for a few days, and I'm like, okay, it's kind of like Reiki, right? No, it was an emotional energy, and everybody's different. But mine was very very powerful. And it had to do with a lot of the week before where I was in Sedona and doing, you know, the inner child stuff came up and some other things came up. And just like you said, when you got here, right, it's like, here we are, you know, presenting and doing our things and flowing, but behind the scenes, we're also doing inner work. We're constantly doing inner work. We're constantly healing. Things are constantly being brought up because that's what this work is. This work is to bring up that inner stuff, that stuff that's deep down under the onion peels, and bring it to the surface so we can let it go, so we can be free, right?
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
I honestly love too to piggyback off of that is it really is the true embodiment of who we are. None of us are perfect, and so by us showing up when no one's watching, doing the healing work, going through the detours, going through the challenges, going through all the things, like bring on all the healing practices, bring on everything. No day is perfect, nothing is perfect, but we're here to serve at our highest and best good. So how can we, this truest form of service to others, and just allowing us to actually really receive, because oftentimes, especially as coaches, mentors, I don't know who's listening to this right now, but sometimes we are givers, right? We have to receive too. So it's an ongoing exchange for all of us on this earth to be able to do that, and that's what makes the world go round.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that beautiful message as a reminder to everybody to receive as well. Yeah. Absolutely. Yay. Yeah, beautiful. All right. Well, we definitely have the energy here, and I love that immediately when we first started working together as well, M&M. So Marissa McDevitt.
Mary Magic.
Yeah.
Obviously go by Mary Hope, but we both have the same initials.
Same initials, like absolutely
both
M&M.
Libras in Western astrology, or even Vedic, I guess too.
Yeah. I don't know the astrologies, but I know I'm a Libra.
Yeah, we're both.
Yes, and she's a Libra. And we got M&M. I'm like, come on, y'all.
We got a lot going on.
Yeah, you can't make this stuff up, okay? And it was 5:55 when I started that computer a little bit. Started it many times, but it was, and it's just tapped in. That's what this is about, being tapped in. Yeah. So of course, I would love to share like how everybody can find you. How do we find Miss Mary Hope?
Yes, so I actually have my newest community, which is Journey to Impact Community. It's free. If you're a client, you also get VIP, but the community there is really just to support the heck out of you. It's really an opportunity for you to rise and for you to see other women rising. This is such a powerful place to be in because it's kind of like that sacred space. Maybe you've been feeling unsure about support or being seen or whatever it may be. This is an opportunity for you to really come together and see that, oh my gosh, we're all the same, we're all in one container. So I have that, and then you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. All of my platforms are actually the same username, which is MaryHope_fit.
So smart, yes. And for those of you who know me, y'all know my journey, and the reason why I am here at this spot is because of this beautiful woman right here. She has guided me, she has dove deep into things with me, she has risen me out of things, she has cheered me on, and I appreciate you so much, and so thank you.
Oh, I'm so grateful to be here, and likewise, sister, I'm like so honored because I think it's really cool now. We are holding each other's visions so high and wide. Yet again, the vision, you can't follow the plan without the vision. So just by being in alignment with someone else, if you're listening to this right now and you've been maybe thinking about having someone help you, or even a friend, a mentor, whatever it may be, go for it, because this is the opportunity to help you lean in deeper to even beyond your healing. Maybe it's something, taking that next step. Those next steps, when you see someone else do it, it's 10 times better.
Oh my gosh, yes. And that was the best step I ever took. I say this all the time. You guys know this. I say it in my podcast all the time. The best investment ever. I didn't have the investment, but credit card, literally credit card. And it was the best decision I've ever made. And I have not regretted one time of going all in on myself with a coach at all. And this beautiful woman right here, fitness, health, relationship, dream work, business, all of it. So you're everything. I love it. All the hats, right? That's what you say all the time.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of hats.
Aw. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Yes.
We
oh
did
my gosh,
it.
I'm so grateful. Yes. Oh, I love you so much.